Right, yeah, that was another quick. I'm going to show you the landscape keyboard now. For this, I'm going to open up Notes because one of the new ones that uses the landscape keyboard. I'll just open up a new note. Right, when you open up a new note, that is what you'll be greeted with. You'll get a blank note. You'll have the keyboard below. It's a QWERTY keyboard, on-screen keyboard, not a physical keyboard. And then basically, if you turn it on its side, it rotates and it goes on its side, and you can have a full landscape keyboard, which is really helpful actually, because portrait is a bit small at times, I've found, and it's a little bit tricky to type with. You can also tilt it all the way around and it'll go like that. I personally love it. And that, you know, just sort of type away, whatever. Blah. And I won't save that note, it's pointless. It does it, you know, sort of across the iPod Touch or iPhone, really. If I go into my inbox, let's create a new email. So here I am. I've got my new mail set up. I've got the QWERTY keyboard as I did in Notes, and then if I tilt it on its side, it goes to landscape, and you can do full QWERTY keyboard there, which is really helpful. Very helpful if you're typing an email up, which I do on a regular basis. If you have an iPhone or 3G or an iPhone 3GS with the SMSing, you can actually, in the text messaging part, you can tilt it on landscape and it will go to the landscape keyboard, just like Notes and Mail. So you know, if you're thinking of getting one, it does exactly the same thing. Right, on to music, I think. So there you go. At the very bottom of the bottom corner there, you'll see music. I must actually explain to you, I have rearranged some of the icons around. Mail was actually up there when I first got it, but I moved it down because I prominently use Mail a fair bit, and I've moved Safari about a little bit, but I won't worry about that. I'll quickly just show you music. When you open up music, you're greeted with that. Basically, it's just a list of all your albums, and you can flick down it quite nicely, and you can just see all the album covers. And you know, if you want to go into one, you sort of tap it, and then if there are any songs in there, you can just go up, down through the list, and then just press play, and it'll, whatever. One brilliant feature of this is, of course, well, you're not stupid. Cover flow. So if you tilt it on its side, you go into the cover flow, and you can flick through your music like that. And I find that really helpful, actually. I absolutely love it. I think it's probably one of the best things that they've managed to do. So yeah, and then all you do is just tap it, go down the list, and then tap it again, and it should start playing. And then you do that, and it flicks around to there. It's really, really good, actually. It's fantastic. And so that's a brilliant feature on Apple's half. And then if you go back again, I've gone back, so I'll just show you the transition back to that. So if you do that, then go back. If you look at the very bottom, you've got artists, songs, podcasts, and more. I'm sorry, that is obviously reversed because of how I'm filming. Artist shows you the list of all your artists. Songs shows you every single song in your library. And podcast shows you any podcasts you've got. If you want to skip through them, you've got the alphabet down the one side of it. Basically, you just hold your finger down and it'll find whichever letter you're holding it down, which really helps, especially if you're in songs and you've got absolutely tons of them, because I personally can't be bothered to keep on flicking through it. Actually holding it down is really quite helpful. In More, if you press More, you get greeted with that. So you have audiobooks, composers, compilations, genres, and playlists. If you press the Edit button, you're greeted with this screen. And here, you can basically drag any of those down to the bottom four. So you can rearrange all these icons to whatever you want, really. And it's really quite useful. I rearranged mine to albums, artists, songs, and podcasts, but you can arrange it to whatever you want, really. Yeah, so that's music. Okay, I'm now going to show you the speaker. I'm just going to use a very commonly known song. I'll just bring it up here a sec, hang on. There it is. If you don't know it, you should know it. Put it that way. Basically, the speaker is sort of located at the back. It sort of comes out here. And you may not be able to hear it that well, obviously, because I'm recording to a laptop. But actually sitting here and listening to it, the quality is really good. And it's, it's fairly loud. It's not as loud as the iPhone 3G. I did a little comparison earlier today with one of my friends who has one, and it's very close to the iPhone 3G speaker, but the clarity is really good. So I wouldn't, if you're going to get one now, I wouldn't worry. They'll probably update that in September, but at the moment the speaker is really good, very good for casual listening, as Apple say. And it does exactly that. If you want to listen to something and just share it with your friends, it's brilliant. It's very, very good, actually. I like it. Not so much related to the speaker. I just want to quickly show you voice memos, which is another feature of the 3.0. Unfortunately, as an iPod Touch user, I can't use it yet because I haven't got a microphone to actually use it with. At Christmas, one of my friends is going to get me the earphones with the little microphone on it, so I can use voice memos. If you actually press record now, it comes up with an error message saying you need a microphone. So he's going to get me that for Christmas. That should be good. So that way I can, I could use that. I can use the ocarina that they got out. I can also use Shazam, which is an application for finding out songs. You hold it up to the speaker, it recognises it and it puts it through the system. Etc. It's really quite helpful, actually. So if you're going to get the 3.0 software, just be aware of that. It's quite essential. I want to talk very quickly about the case. When I got it on Sunday, I got this case with it. It's a hard plastic sort of back case. It's really, really good. It fits perfectly. If you want to know what it is, you probably can't see it because it's reversed, but it's an in-case slider. It's fantastic. It gives you access to the volume control buttons here, and it also gives you access to the hold button. Sorry, that's not very clear. And at the bottom, obviously, your 30-pin dock connector and your earphone jack. If you want to use it in your universal dock, for example here, as listed here, you can. This little dock adapter comes with it, so you can just pop it in the dock. The in-case slider allows you to take off the bottom half of the case, so you don't have to take off the whole case. You can still have protection around the iPod Touch. If you look there, and that just slides off really quite easily. Actually, the first time was a little bit tricky, but and it fits in quite nicely to the dock. And that's really useful. I have found that actually the top half of the case has been slightly more difficult to get off. I've taken a few pictures of this with its case off. I'll post at the very end of the video, so you can just see what it looks like on the back. I know it's pretty pointless, but some people like it. I miss the back, but I want to have it protected. So actually having those two pictures is quite nice.